Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hey you my lovely gang. Thank you so much. Last week I felt your love. Like here. I love each and every one. 107 of you. Thank you for kunifikisha 100 subscribers, road to 1,000. We won't stop. Thank you. I'm so grateful. So today we're doing Candid Coffee, a series nilikuwa nimeanza IGTV, but I hadn't continued. I only did one episode of. So as you can see in the title, expectation versus reality, quarantine edition. And you know me, I'm a planner. I write my things down, so I have a couple of things for you. Yani I felt the love. Ooh, I was so happy kidogo ja. My friend is like, nachukua simu ya kila mtu kwa nyumba niwasubscribishe. Akata wazazi, hauna shida na wazazi. I don't care. I love all of my subscribers age wise, though when I do my statistics and when I do my analytics, most of my subscribers are like, they're young, 18 to 30 or 18 to 24. So akaniambia hata wazazi mi sina shida, bora my subscribers and my lovely gang is growing. So thank you so much for the support, everyone who shared, everyone who liked, all of your comments, and those who shared the links, thank you so much. So as I mentioned that this was a series that I was planning on doing, and then nilifanya only one episode on my IGTV. It will be on my IG as well, and even on my YouTube, of course. So it's very important for you to follow me on my Instagram, because that's where I get to interact more personally with you, because you can DM me. You can DM me your suggestions. I ask questionnaires about what type of video I should do or something. When I post a new video, if you haven't turned on your post notification, which you should have done by now, lol, you'll get to know when you watch my IG story, because I post it there also. And I post also about my YouTube channel on my feed, so it's very important, you get to know me on a personal level, and I get to interact with you, because I also ask questionnaires where I need your feedback from my IGTV. So it's very important. So thank you. Go follow at Keisha underscore KEISHA 3HA. Hey, 3 H's. H, 3-letter H. That's how I spell my username. Thank you so much. Let's get right into the expectation versus reality. So I'll be reading the expectation and then my reality. This is the expectations that I had, and then what became my reality in quarantine. So Number one, I thought that it wouldn't even last for long, and it's September and we're still going. At some point I get so frustrated, I get so tired, then I go for a walk, napigwa na hewa, I listen to music, because music is a good source of dopamine. So listening to music is really good, and taking walks, it's really healthy, especially in the evening, or when it's dark, or when hakuna watu wengi, to just sort your mind, to think, to just get a breath of fresh air. If you're not as active in the house, or for example, if you don't have a compound, if you're living in apartments and whatnot, or if you don't have a lot of space to maneuver, nyumba zetu si kama the celebrity, when they're stay in the house, they're your house has an amazing pool, it has how many rooms, so take advantage of your estate, of where you live, by walk, stretch, it gets better. Because mimi kuna time I was so fed up, I was tired, let's just go to school, let things go back to normal. I was so tired of corona and staying at home and quarantine, because I'm not working, and I'm trying my best to make the best out of my time and seeing friends who I can see who are nearby, but not that often. And it gets tiring at times, a lot of times actually. And unasikia tu to explode, you can't take any more days of being at home. But doing some of these things helps. If your stress is relieved by shouting, by crying, by singing, by going for a walk, by going for a run, by venting to a friend, but be careful who you vent to. Lol, yeah, just be careful that the people you surround yourself with, the people who are in your close circle, are really there for you, and what you do for them, they do for you. So vent to the right people. Yeah, that's just a caution from your little big sister. I don't know how to think. Anyway, yeah, number two, I thought that I'd be productive as I was, but productivity and my consistency have been up, down, up, down. It's been rough, it's been tough, man. T for tough. Yeah, like waking up and just finding the motivation. Motivation has been a bigger factor. Hiyo ndio imekuwa influence mimi ku feel like what, like I don't feel like doing anything, like apathy took over. It was so tough. Yeah, but now I'm getting a nick of it. I just like I'm getting the gist. Like nowadays I'm more productive. I'm doing online classes. Like even if I don't do it that day, or if I do it twice a week, it's progress compared to where I'm coming from, like in the earlier months or like in the mid months. Yeah, that's that. Productivity is a work in progress, progression and not perfection. So Kaya should stop doing that. You're 19, girl. 19. You're not 15. So, yeah, but I'm getting better. Yeah. The third one, it'll be calls and texting, streaking, Snapchat, video calls all day, every day. I mean, we have to stay connected. I thought that I wouldn't get tired of video calls and social media and texting. Like I thought, like like I remember even like in April, late March, like sometimes in like early May or something, but mostly April, cause hiyo ndio ilikuwa mwanzo ya quarantine legit. I was thinking, hey, like I used to video call a lot compared to like what I consider normal amount of video calling. Like video calling was a lot, and I think ilikuwa a thing. I don't know if people still video call, or it's my phone is just dry as hell. Ooh, that was bad. Yeah, I used to video call and like it was fun. Yeah, like catching up and being at home and doing what, and me I'm doing this, like we were excited about staying home because we didn't know like I'd stay home for long. And yeah, but now like I lack interest in social media. Like yeah, like Twitter is interesting always or every day, but I remember during this time of Black Lives Matter and police brutality a lot in Kenya. Yes, I was informed and I was sharing, like I did my part in sharing and I prayed for them. And the little I could do from this side of the scenario, but like the news was so much for me. I'm not saying that I didn't want to help or I didn't want to know what's going on in the world, but it was harmful to my mental health, and I'm selfish like that. Like I know I should like be there for people, but I should be there for myself first, and you can't pour out of an empty cup. So I was like maintaining my cool and making sure I was okay first, because it was really exhausting for me and draining to have to like always be the consumer of bad things and bad news. When I just enter Twitter, when I just enter Twitter, it's only bad news and bad news and bad news. Instagram the same, and WhatsApp I didn't feel like texting all the time. Like it's not a thing of mine anymore. And yeah, like it was tough. Yeah, and so I took necessary breaks for my mental health, for my sanity, so that I could be okay for myself, for my family, for my friends, for my productivity, for all the projects I was trying to do, which was even harder because if you don't have as much motivation as before, then your mental health is not okay. Like things won't be okay with you. Sorry, light in a falter, sorry. So yeah, I took a break, and yeah, they were good for me because after that I came back refreshed and rejuvenated, ready to face social media again and to continue doing my YouTube, because at that point was like around when I started my YouTube channel. So it was a new thing. It was still so scary for me because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm starting a YouTube channel. Oh my god, what will people think? And I'm using it like with not like the best equipment, but I'm trying my best. But like I had all these like anxious thoughts racing back through my mind, and I had all these questions, so that didn't help. So yeah, and yeah, that's like I expected to like be networking and socializing with people on my phone all the time, but reality is I couldn't cope like with all that. And yeah, we talk with my friends like regular intervals, but not every day or like not every week, but we're still friends, you know. Yeah. Number whatever number I'll have that, I thought my expectation was that I'll have a normal sleep schedule. Melatonin ikaniambia wapi Joe, you can't see me. Because it's a sleep hormone and I was missing it like because what it was like I was nocturnal. Now the reality of it, it's been a roller coaster. I've been trying to work on it. Hadi I got this little cute journal. Hadi nikasema itakuwa sleep journal where I track my bedtime routine, like things that help me to go to sleep faster or better, have a better quality of sleep. Like what do I do that makes me sleepy before I sleep, like reading a book, like trying not to be on my phone or have any screen time before sleeping and whatnot. And then Netflix was down my face. I was trying to finish Friends, like which I don't regret at all. But it was like ni kama nimekuwa nocturnal animal cause nilikuwa naamka 12 1 nalala 7 6. It was crazy. My mom still says we do that, but we wake up at 10, at 9:45. I sleep like now at 2. Yeah, improvement, progress. Now I get more things done because like I don't sleep half of my day away. Yeah. Yeah, my other expectation was that home won't get boring. I'm tired of home and you're in each other's faces, especially if you have a sibling or siblings. Yeah, you get tired at some point. A sis is tired. Let things go back to normal. And yeah, and the last one was that I thought that I'll have more time to perfect my workout and be consistent with it. I tried working out. I worked out like in different spans of time. Like there was a time for like a week I was consistent. There was a time for like 2 weeks almost, depending on like what I want to achieve. There was a time I was like, hey, hii tumbo inakuwa kubwa jamani, and you're continuing to stay in quarantine. I need to work on it. So I did ab workouts and stomach workouts, and it really helped in this aspect. Like I didn't like see a difference physically, but I felt it internally when like during that like 2 weeks or that span of time where I was working out, my next period cramps were not as bad. Yeah, so exercise helps you with better cramps, but don't work out during your period, like intense workouts, cause you'll suffer, my dear. Cause during your luteal phase and on your period, your pain tolerance or like your the way you feel things, like it's lower, like it's like you're weaker. So yeah, and now I'm not working out, but I'm active. I make sure I move around the house. I do chores, I do things for myself, I take walks, and every morning I've come to do yoga. Sijui kama ni correct English. Yeah, I've come to do yoga. Come to do yoga. Okay. I've gotten used to doing yoga for like the soul benefits, the being at peace benefits, the body benefits, flexibility, and some yoga routines are like complete workouts. I'm like, hey, am I working out or am I doing yoga? Ah, yeah, I use this yoga channel. It's nice, it's really nice. It has variated routines. There's flexibility, there's one for anxiety, anger, there's one for your neck and shoulders, for your back. Like it's very variated and it's good. Like the yogi, I think the yoga instructor, like she really knows what she's doing. It's called Sarah Beth Yoga. It's really nice. You should check it out if you're interested in doing yoga, or if you want to like have a new experience, you've never done it. Because me, I've never done yoga before, and I love it. I have like a little yoga blue mat. I love it so much. Like naamka, natoa PJs, navaa yoga clothes, nafanya yoga. I like, hey, You're getting your shit together, girl. Yeah, but in all things, quarantine has had its good things, its positive things. I've been able to work on my spirituality, on my relationship with God. I've been able to like learn more about my hair and how to deal with it at home. It's been tough, but I've learned, and I've I've regained my reading culture. Hey, a sis can read. I'm a James Patterson because I think I get my reading culture from my dad. And uku home we have like shelves and shelves of novels and novels from very good authors: Robert Ludlum, Vince Flynn, James Patterson, John Grisham, and other self-help books and books that I have. And yeah, but mostly right now I'm reading my father's novels, and they're really nice. Look, in primary I used to be that kid when hata sinaweza kosa kwenda break because I'm binging on a novel, like I can't put it down. Hadi I remember like on an open day see ati I was like woo, my word, sorry for that. It's not like I wasn't a playful child. I was very active. I even played handball and football in primary and all that. Like I had a nice social life. I had my clique of friends. I was very social. I used to go out and play like most of the time. But when niko hiyo season ya kusoma kitabu, like when I'm reading a novel and it's really good, kama ni like we used to have short break and long break. Heri short break ikae niko hapo hivi kwa desk. You see they used to read your book like this and your locker is here, so you put your head down, then unasoma novel hapo chini. Mtu anaweza dhani unalala but unasoma novel. Yeah, I used to be that kid who used to read novel after novel as a in 3 days, then on to the next, on to the next. Then high school. Yeah, high school was a difficult time for me and for my reading culture, basically in all aspects, in schoolwork and in novels and in just bettering myself by reading a book for leisure. You know, I read a tweet which is so true about how reading for exams is stressful, but reading for leisure is pleasure. And it's true. So right now I've regained my reading culture and I started this YouTube channel, something that I'd put in my 5-year plan. Like it was so spontaneous. Like I'd made a video for my IGTV. That's my first video on this channel. I'll put it in the description box. I'll link it down below so that you can go and see how far I've come. Yeah, there's not a lot of difference, but there's difference and there's growth. It's little progress which will take us to great places. That video was 18 minutes. Na limit ya IGTV ni 15 minutes. So I was like, what? Says yeah, upload IGTV. So now what? Like, will this video go to waste? Then I was like, YouTube. That was like at 3 a.m. I'm a night owl. So nikasema bas nikaanzisha YouTube. Like I knew all about how to go about starting a YouTube channel with your phone. And nowadays on YouTube, if you have an Google account linked to your YouTube, you already have a YouTube channel. So unaenda tu kwa homepage, that icon ya camera, you upload from your gallery what I'd recorded, then I posted and I'd made a thumbnail and I had YouTube Studio. Like a girl was winning. Like I knew how to like go about it. I'm still learning. Like there's a lot and I'm working on my editing and everything. And you know, I'm a one-man company. I'm a one-man company machine, everything. So everything you see on this channel, it's me doing, but I'm working on a little something. Maybe I can get an employee or something. Yeah, but quarantine has had its positives and I've bonded with my sister, though we fight a lot. Oh my gosh. But when you don't fight, it's always a good time and always a good laugh. Like, hey, vile nachekanga, like I'm so happy, I'm so grateful for her, I'm grateful for my family. Yeah, it's also like created time for family bonding, especially with the dads being at home. I know you can relate because dads are superheroes. Thank you so much. They like hustle for us, like especially for my dad. His work involves a lot of traveling, so like a lot of times he's traveling, but he's present and he's been a good dad. But like quarantine has caused a juu ya curfew, like he's home earlier and he's home a lot. But even previously he was always home on the weekends. So yeah, but now this has created more time for family bonding. And yeah, I'm grateful. And it's made, like, I think the biggest lesson we've all learned from quarantine and corona, this pandemic world over, was that you can plan, but it's only God who knows what is ahead. Like, just take things as they come and roll with the punches. Like, life is so unexpected. Like, it can give you things unexpectedly, like you don't know what is coming. So live in the present. I'm learning to live in the present. Let go of my past and work on my future. I can only control my now. Like, I'm leaving it all to God, and you can't know what will happen tomorrow, in the next hour, next month, but you're praying for the best. I'm praying for the sick people, for families that are struggling. We've had a hit, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye, lovely gang. Make sure to go to my Instagram, follow, be updated. I'll be like trying to put out small snippets of content on my story. Yeah, working on my content creation as a whole. YouTube. Thank you so much for your love and support. Share, subscribe if you haven't already. Like, I love you all so much. Mwah. Bye.